Prompt for day 11 was egg, and I decided to do a platypus because platypus is one of the two mammals that lays eggs. The other one is echidna. Both are living in Australia. I wanted to continue the same sort of style with this that I did with my rabbit and rainbow lorikeet. Once again, I ended up making it very detailed, but there is going to be a big change to my style later in this video because I got really frustrated with myself and just decided to go for something completely different. But here we are still going with the kind of realistic style. I'm still glad that I made this platypus because it goes well with the rabbit and the rainbow lorikeet, and I think I will be making them into a sticker set later. There's not a lot more that I can really say about this painting. It's so similar to the others and the process was very same, but as for what was kind of going on in my head at the time was a brewing kind of frustration with being unable to let go of the details, as I mentioned in my last video, and it kind of reached a peak on this day and the next day, and then you'll see the result later on in the video.
Another glass and I am going places, makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking, I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind all the smoke is in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby, you got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me. Where you wanna go? I am all about adventure times. Another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smile, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line. I don't really mind all the woo girls doing stage dives. I don't care.
Prompt for day 12 was foam, so I decided to go with an ocean theme for this one. I did not at first, I wasn't going to do like a seashell at first because I didn't think it was animal enough, but you know, it isn't sort of an animal, isn't it? So I decided to go with that, and I tried to really already start to kind of be more simple here, but I ended up going a bit overboard with the foam, I guess. I also had a lot of difficulty with the actual seashell because I don't think I've ever drawn one, so it ended up being a lot more complex than I thought it would be, and you can see me covering it up a couple of times and starting over. But in the end, I was kind of happy with it. I was also surprised. This one did really well in Instagram. My reel got over 1,000 views with this, and it surprised me because it didn't have like a face, or it didn't have strong colors or anything. Even the picture on Instagram, my Instagram grid did well. So apparently there's a lot of fans of like sea and beachside art, I guess. So that was kind of nice to know because it is a style or theme that I haven't really visited that often, and this is also why Inktober is good, because you kind of do these things you don't usually do when you see people's reactions to them, and this was kind of a surprising thing, but it's good to know because it was kind of a nice one to make, and I could do something like this in the future. Prompt for day 13 was horn, and this day is when my style changes. So I had enough of doing such realistic work. I was very unhappy with myself for many days before this. I was frustrated, anxious, and just did not want to continue with the Inktober because the works that I had were nothing like what I wanted my art to be, and as I mentioned in my previous video, I felt like I was taking steps backwards. So with this one, I just decided to really just throw caution in the wind and just go crazy. I didn't know if it would turn out nice at all, but it was either do this or quit. So I don't think I've ever been so close to quitting an Inktober challenge before, and I finished them twice before, and each time that like I was struggling, but I was never gonna quit. With this year, it has been quite different and frustrating, so this is what this painting is kind of the result of that frustration, and I ended up liking it a lot because it's just so much more closer to what I want my art to be, like simple shapes, bright colors, and still have the animal aspect on them as well. Prompt for day 14 was storm. This is sort of a calm before the storm or calm after the storm, like a snowstorm. I was going to do this like the morning after kind of thing, but I would have been very, very scared to do such a dark painting and start with such dark colors only a few days ago. As you can maybe see in my previous paintings, they are very careful in their color, they're very realistic, very light, and I was very careful to put the color down to the paper, but with this one I just, with the kind of bravery that I got from the previous day, I just went for it, and I did this night scene that I've never, done before. I would have not have had the courage to do only last week. And I just really, really loved how this one turned out. I felt like on this day and the day before and the day after this, I have taken very big steps towards being happier with the style of my art, which is really a nice feeling. I'm in no way saying that it's perfect. It's very simple, and I guess some people could say that this could be made by a 5th grader, but this is what I need to do at the moment to get to where I need to be with my art. I really need to simplify, and this painting is very simple, exactly what I wanted, and I'm hoping to kind of carry this more simplified look for the next few days at least. I'm not saying that I won't do any more of realistic paintings, like I will do them if I feel like it, but currently and in this video I'm definitely more fan of the last 2 paintings.